Hey folks, happy Monday. Okay, coming to you live to do just a little Q&A. I want to talk a little bit about reach and visibility. Um, let's see, I'm making sure that I'm online and it looks like I am. Okay, very good. Um, So yeah, I had a message asking me about reach and visibility. This is a pretty common theme in anyone who has an online business, and I think it's especially alive for those of us who are kind of transformational healers or coaches or just transformational entrepreneurs. Is we struggle with putting ourselves out there in a way that feels um, bold and courageous, and so sometimes we can remain kind of the best kept secret. So this is a question from Kasey, and Kasey says to me, I've been doing a lot of things to grow my online yoga business, but nothing seems to work. I feel like I'm invisible. Am I doing something wrong? What can I do different? So first of all, I want to say that Kasey is not alone. That is something that I have felt very often. I see somebody saying hi to me. Unfortunately, it's this Facebook user. You have to give StreamYard the right to use your name. So above my video, there's a little thing that says coming to you via StreamYard. And if you click on StreamYard, you'll give them authorization to say your name so that I can actually see who is leaving me messages in the future. But hi, I'm very happy that you're there and thanks for showing up. So first of all, you're not, Kasey's not the only one. Most of us who've been online have felt this at some point or another. I've definitely felt this. I still feel this at moments where I put a lot of effort online and it feels like my reach is very limited or the response I get is very limited. So the first thing I want to say to you that it's not always about reach. You can have a small audience or you can have a few people who respond and still have within those few people who will work with you, people who will be excited about your work. And so I think in some ways, keeping that in mind is just as important as having reach. I don't know who said this, but I've heard this online. The number of likes you have doesn't pay your rent. So yes, it's nice to have reach, it's nice to have visibility, but it's not everything. It's more important to have a few people who that you're nurturing, that you're really connecting with, and who are going to work with you, than having a huge audience and a wide reach, but no one who's actually interested in working with you. Um, but I just want to let Kasey know and let all of you know that this is not unheard of. We all experience this at some point. So I've got 5 things for her to keep in mind and for her to work with to increase her reach and increase her visibility online. So the first thing is do the inner work. And I know you're probably going to be like, oh God, another person who tells me to do my inner work. Uh, the truth is, it's probably the most fundamental aspect of it. Everybody can give you tips and strategies to increase your reach, to increase your sales, to increase everything. But if you've got a story running in the back that says that you're not good enough, that says that no one wants what you have, that says that no one has any money right now or anything like that, essentially, you have to keep in mind that your mind, your brain always aims to prove you right. So if you have a story like that in the back of your mind running, you will literally, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll sabotage it. You will speak to the wrong people. Your message will be off track. Um, like your energy will be off. Everything about you will be off so that you don't actually accomplish your goals. So that's why that's number one. And it's extremely important is to make sure to find out like what story are you telling yourself about you, about life, about people, about your work in the background, and is that getting in the way of you putting yourself out there and people responding to you? And if so, then you've got to heal and start uprooting these and dissolving them and replacing them with more life enhancing beliefs, because if not, you always will be stuck. You'll stay stuck, and no matter what strategies you do, you won't actually increase your reach and visibility. I swear to you guys, that I have weeks where it feels like nothing's happening. No one's responding to my stuff. No, it's like no one's seeing it. Like Facebook won't even like put it out there in some ways. And then if I check my energy, oftentimes these are weeks where I've got something else going on in my life, where I'm exhausted, I'm burned out, or I'm worried about something. And oftentimes, like I've done this long enough that I know that usually when no one's booking a free call with me, I don't feel like I'm getting response. It's usually because my energy is out of alignment. Something's happening with me and I'm literally blocking it in some unconscious way I can't quite grasp or understand. Um, so keep that in mind. Your mind is a beautiful servant. It will always aim to prove you right and to give you the experience you expect. So if you start saying that, all those negative stories, that's what you're going to get. All right, number 2, make sure that your message is clear. Messaging is everything when it comes to reach and visibility. You have to make sure that who you help, how you help them, um, is clear. What your solution is, and make sure that you're not talking to everyone. Because if you start talking to everyone, then literally they won't understand that you're talking to them. So if I this when I do a live like this, I'm answering a very specific question. It's obviously about reach and visibility. Who's going to be interested in reach and visibility? Anyone who's an online entrepreneur, anyone who's got a message or a mission or a movement that they want to share. So I make it clear who this is for. I see another Facebook user says, yes, it's all about the energy we create in our reality. Absolutely agree. It is the foundation to everything. So make sure that the message is very clear who you're speaking to, what you're going to help them with, also why your message is important. In many ways, your message is your mission. Your message is your mission on earth. It's how you live your mission is that message. So it has to feel authentic. It has to feel important to you. It has to feel right to you. And yeah, it has to be clear. If you can be very clear who you're speaking to and how this is important and how this is going to help them, then you will have a lot more success with your reach and with your visibility. Okay, number 3, make sure that you have a compelling offer. Like, part of reach, part of visibility is you have to be really excited to show up live, to post. You have to have something you want to offer the world that lights you up. If your offer doesn't feel compelling to you, if it doesn't feel aligned with you, if you're not excited about your price range, your naming, everything about your offer, you have to love in some way. You have to be excited about. Or if not, it will fall flat or you won't share it. And so if you don't share it, you can't sell anything and it will decrease your reach, it will decrease your visibility. Number 4, get courageous and bold. Visibility, reach, in many ways is about being yourself, being as authentically you as possible, not mousy you, not mini me, like full you, sovereign you, bold you, courageous you, confident you. And by the way, that can look in any kind of way, right? That doesn't mean you've got to make your hair pink and start. I mean, I see this a lot on Facebook right now, this thing about people doing crazy hairdos and they've got music and they're dancing and they're doing all this stuff. That is so not me. I would never show up in that way. So I'm not saying show up in a way that doesn't feel like you, but show up at the highest level of you. Whatever feels like you, but at the boldest, most open, most aligned, most free. And for me, I started making sales. I started really seeing a difference in my business online when I started going live and I started making offers and inviting people to come and join me on a free call almost every live. I'll make an invitation for you to join me on a free call at the end of this live. Almost every important post, there's an invitation at the end. Every live, there's an invitation at the end. So get bold and figure out, look at your life right now and ask yourself, where am I holding back? Where am I being quiet? Where am I playing small? Where am I hiding out? And blow that up. And by the way, because we're talking about energy in some ways, sometimes you can get results here, even if you are being more expansive and more courageous here. So that's why I say, look at your whole life. Where are you holding back? Where are you being quiet? Where are you hiding out? Where are you playing small? And make a small shift there. When you think of change as a ripple effect. Change always happens in ripples. So as you change something over here, as you get bold, as you get courageous, as you get more authentically you over here, it will start to ripple in everything else you do. So it's not just that being like, oh, I hate Facebook. Okay, I'm going to go live on Facebook. I think that's helpful if you're trying to grow an online business, obviously, but you don't need to do that. What you do need to do is figure out where in your life you're holding out and to start everywhere in your life, to start showing up in just a wider, more expansive, more energetically aligned and courageous way. And just, like I said earlier, your mind is a wonderful servant. So as you start showing up more courageously, as you start making clear to your mind that, you want more clients, you want more visibility, you want more reach, you want more success, your mind will figure out a way to help you get that with more ease. Okay, and this is number 5. This is my last little bit, is keep in mind that change always happens, especially in business, with a lag time, and change or effort is compounding. So think of it as drops filling in a glass. At first it looks like nothing's moving, nothing's happening. And then at some point, it's one little drop and the whole cup overflows. And a lot of things happen like that online, where you don't really know or understand why a certain post or why a certain live suddenly had more movement, more momentum. Suddenly people are reaching out to you. Why not 3 months ago? Why not a week ago? That's the mystery. There's no real answer to that. And I don't know that it's that particular post was particularly great or you really showed up. Oftentimes it has nothing to do with what you did in that moment. It's about consistency. It's about all those layers of effort um, building on each other. Yeah, I like the drop story. I mean, I think a lot of life is like that. It's like dieting or exercising. You don't exercise once and suddenly you have huge results. You literally feels like nothing's happening, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. And at some point you look back and you're like, oh my God, something has happened along the way. And I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure where, but it's working. So I want you to keep that in mind when you're feeling disheartened, when you're feeling like nothing's working. Don't stop. Don't stop, because you're literally building on things. And at some point, it will move forward. I have worked with people, there's always a lag time. I've worked with people who have struggled for months, and suddenly something shifts. Whether it's energetically, something shifts within them, or literally at some point it was just a break they needed. Sometimes it's a combination of those things, but it definitely, it takes something, and it takes enough effort and enough consistency for things to shift. And I think, or sometimes it's not that people are struggling, it's just that they're staying in a plateau. That was me. My business was fine, but it was plateaued. It was going nowhere. I wasn't making more money. I wasn't making less money. I was just in this dead zone where nothing was moving, regardless of what I did. And that was like that for a long, long time. And I kept working at it. I kept working at it, and something moved and shifted. And I'm not quite sure what it was, to be honest. It was consistency. It was me showing up. It was me getting a lot bolder. And I think for me, that was the main thing, is I got more passionate about my work, and I got a lot more courageous and a lot more bold. I've heard some place say that success is not measured in hard work, it's measured in courage. And I do think that there's some degree of truth to that. So do not give up, get clear, love your offer more, be more passionate, get clear on your mission and your message, and just keep doing it, keep giving out, keep putting yourself out. Take breaks when you feel burned out, and then go back at it. All right, so here are my answers. I'm going to give you the real quick how to increase your reach and your visibility. Um, First, take care of the head trash. Make sure that any story you've got that's telling you that you're not going to succeed, or that nobody's got money, or nobody wants what you have, or who the hell are you to be out there and be speaking like that you deal with that stuff, because you will prove yourself right. The mind is wired to prove yourself right. So you want to make clear to your mind that this is not what you want and this is not the truth. You want to start questioning these beliefs. And by the way, in my LEAP program, that's the first thing I do with people. I send them an assessment of all the different limiting beliefs, limiting attitudes, so I can get very clear where they're going to be stuck, and we can start working on that from the get-go. Number two, make sure your message is aligned with your heart, with your soul, that you're very clear in your message, who you're speaking to and how you help them, and that your message and your mission are aligned. Essentially, keep in mind that your message is how you live your mission on the planet. So it has to have passion, it has to have juice for you. Number three, make sure that you love what you're offering. You love your offer, that your offer is designed with your ideal clients in mind. It's designed with their needs in mind, and you're very excited and very proud and lit up to offer it and put it out there, and you kind of believe in it. And that will make it a lot easier for you to speak about it to people, and for people to get excited about it and to share it and to respond. Number four, get bold. Get bold and share what you love and share what you're passionate about, and share it with courage. And take little steps in that direction. Where am I hiding out? Where am I keeping myself small? Where am I holding back? You know, and it could be in business, but I'm going to encourage you to start getting bolder and more courageous and more expansive in who you are everywhere. You know, at work, in your relationship, at the gym. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where, with your family, because change ripples. And then five, do not stop digging. Do not stop going until you hit gold. Because everyone who succeeds because they have kept going. And, you know, my coach said to me when I started this, she said, well, I hope you have a couple years worth of money saved, because most businesses go out of business in 2 years, and most businesses who make it past that. I don't know that that's always true, but I do think it's important for us to not expect everything to happen right away, and to know that your effort, your consistent effort, compounds. So it will, at some point, it's just the way it works. It will show up for you. Things will shift for you. You just have to keep going. So those are my things. And by the way, I go deep into all of those in my LEAP program. And if you're ready to build and grow an amazing business, if you're wanting to transform lives, and you're wanting to have an offer that not only does transform lives, but also honors your soul and creates financial abundance for yourself, and you're doing all of this with your gift, with your experience, with your expertise, then I offer free Soulful Success Breakthrough Session. They are an hour sessions where I meet with you, and we literally go through your business. We go through what you want to create. We go through your gifts, and we figure out how to get you moving and essentially design your soulful success blueprints. So if you're interested in having that, I usually do 3 to 4 of those a week. I've got 2 spaces left for this week. So put #brainstorm in the comments, or send me a message on Messenger, and I'll get back to you. So #brainstorm in the comments, or send me a message on Messenger. And if you have any questions, by the way, I'm doing these Q&A every week, every couple weeks. You know, if you have any questions about growing your business, about your own energy, about getting out of your own way, message me your questions, because I'll answer you directly, but I'll also, if I feel like your question could help more people, I will, I'll do a live just like that. I'll answer it live so that other people can benefit. All right, guys, it was lovely to connect with you on Monday. I hope you have a wonderful, making sure I didn't miss any, comments. I don't see anything else. Have a wonderful week. And I think I'll come back on Wednesday and do another training. And I believe that, my training on Monday, I'm not quite sure yet, but it'll be on the inner magic of attracting clients. So that'll be Wednesday, probably Wednesday in the morning for me. So around like 10:30 Mountain Time. And I will post to let people know, but it'll be about activating the inner magic of what attracts clients to us. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.